Hi, welcome. It's me again, Mission, and welcome to an episode of Mission's Workout from Home, Season 5, Episode number 20. So today, we're going to train about the arms. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to train using household item, training the bicep, the tricep, and a bit of forearms. So forearm is here. Okay, so whether it's your goal is to be have a big arm, or you want to have some firm arms, or you just want to tone your arms, so to speak. This one hopefully is going to help you to give you some idea how to do it. And as always, as usual, before we start, feel free to like, share, or even just comment so that more people can watch this for free. Yes, things are tough now. Today's cases is not fun, but hey, you know what's fun? Training arms. Alright, so hopefully that's the least we could do. So arm is very straightforward. Just train bicep, tricep, forearm. Just three. I'm going to give 3 exercises and some variation, and also a bonus at the end, how to progress. Alright, so because bicep, especially bicep, you won't be able to add a lot of weight. In fact, you don't need to use a lot of weight. All you have to do is just track to see whether you progress or not, because if you don't progress, you don't get results. Alright, so let's get into it. So I'm going to start with bicep first. Okay, so if you look over here, bicep is basically this muscle over here. Alright, so this part here. Pretty much straightforward. Any bicep movement is going to be all the way up, all the way down. Just some key pointers, or should I say common mistake. A lot of people, when they do, number one, is this arm exercise. So use your arm only, right? Don't use your hips. Don't swing around. You shouldn't do that because you're here to train arm. Don't want to cheat, right? Besides you're cheating, you're not going to train your arm. You're going to train anything but the arm. So you want to avoid that. So just here, all the way up, all the way down. All right. And number 2 common mistake is that a lot of people, when they go up, they squeeze. When they go down, they don't control. So you will see a movement like up, then just go down very fast. You go down, you drop very fast. I suggest if you want to get the most out of the exercise, you go up, you control. You go down, you control as well. You don't have to be very slow, but there's a slight control. So we're going to demonstrate how to do it. So we're going to use a standard mid barbell, as you can see here. So I'll show you a lot of times already. This has appeared a couple of times. You just water bottle, broomstick, socks tied around, boom, you're good to go. Alright, so do you want to do a bicep curl? All you have to do is just get into position, just over here, and all the way up, and all the way down. So I'll show you how, all the way up, and all the way down. Okay, so when you go up, right, as fast as you can. When you go down, control. A lot of people, like I said, they will go down, they just fly down. Not only you're missing out a lot of good gains, you also want to make sure that you are really squeezing all the way to the top. So again, yeah, up, control, down. Up, you fast, but go down, control. Okay? So bicep considered done. Alright? So if you want to, if you find out you have one arm that is stronger than another one, a good suggestion is you can train with one arm only. So meaning, I'm going to use this as a dumbbell, so to speak. So this is a division bottom, so you can do it one arm. Alright, so same also, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. Right, same thing, all the way up, all the way down. Okay, so you want to make things a bit more style, so to speak, right? So you can use this variation. I'm going to show you is doing from the arm. So what you do, you at the bottom, you place your hand on your thigh, right? Place your hand on your thigh. All the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. So I'll show you from the other angle, right? So make sure your arms stick to the thighs. Don't move from the thigh. Up, all the way down, up, all the way down. Right? This is just a variation. Right? So bicep done. Next, tricep. Okay. So as for tricep, right? Tricep is the same. So instead of like pulling up, tricep is more like pushing up. Okay, so there's a lot of variation to do this. I'll show you a standing one, and then later I'll show you on a lying down version, so you can have a look. Okay, so I'm going to show it to you how to do it. Same also, you can use the standard barbell. I like to use this, so I'll show you as an example. So you go all the way behind, up. Okay, so this is a good way to train the tricep. Okay, that's it. That's how you train the tricep. One thing when you're doing this, right, whatever you do, just make sure you are all the way as low as you comfortably can and as high as you can. So you don't want to half rep like just like this. That is not enough. Go full range all the way up, control all the way down. Number 2, you want to imagine, you want to do your level best to be as behind as you can, right? So you go up, it's going to be here instead of here. So here will be better. Why you don't want to go in front? Because you go in front, your wrist will taking up the job. Again, we're here to train the tricep, we're not here to train the wrist. Okay, so once again, down, all the way up. Just here will do. So instead of here, and up here. Alright? And if you want to do a lying down version, I'll show you how to do it. And let me just set it up for you guys so you can have a look. Right, so here, I'm going to lie down and show you how to do. Okay? So pretend I have two of these, right? So just go, it's quite simple one, right? Just lie down, lift it up here, go behind, and push all the way up. Right? So if you do this, you're training the tricep. You go as low as you can. If you can, let it touch the floor and push all the way up. So if you change hand, it's the same. So all the way down, touch the floor, push. All the way touch, push the floor. Right? And that's how we do. Very straightforward, very easy movement. But as simple as it may sound, it works. Right? In fact, you look at all the, whether it's a bodybuilder or say a physique athlete, they will usually do some sort of variation. So if they can get something from it, pretty sure me and you can as well. Alright? So this is done. And last but not least, so this is for people who like to train the wrist. So how do you train the wrist? You wrist-wise, you're gonna need something heavy. So of course, you know the traditional item where they have this, you know, they keep squeezing. Those are fine, but it doesn't give you that what we call overload. That means it doesn't help you to progress. So if you have a bit more weight, it helps to create more tension, thus forcing you to use more muscle to grow more muscle. So pretty much that's about it. So I'm going to show you how to do using the barbell, homemade barbell again. I'll just show you how to do. I'm going to smooth down the bit so you are looking more on the arm. So I'm going to show you how to do. There's two versions. So one is over here, one is over here. It doesn't matter how. Personally, I like to hold here. So later when you do, right, you only move the forearm. So all the way up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, so if you want to show you from this angle, so you can up, down, up, down. Some people like to do it up, down, up, down. It doesn't matter whether you're here or here. Most important is you manage to feel the forearm. Pretty much straightforward. So, for these learning purposes, I'm going to show you using this angle. Alright. So what you do is you place it over here. Just think of drop to your finger, and then squeeze all the way up, so all the way down, up, all the way down. You're gonna have more challenge, right? Lean your body forward, arms in front. So drop your fingers, clear back up. Finger, clear back up. Notice my thumb is out. That's perfectly fine actually. Okay. So if you do it properly, right? Do a few reps in, you're gonna feel the forearm part, right? So if you want to strengthen your forearm strength, whether it's in the PC every day very long, sometimes the forearm is a bit stiff or very weak. A good way to be weak is to strengthen it. So that's why doing some of this forearm work, hey, may do the trick. For aesthetic purposes, you might want to consider training your forearm. If you have a bit of wrist pain or what, you were told to strengthen it, this might be a good idea. You may not train you cannot directly train the wrist. As far as I'm concerned, there's no exercise that trains the wrist, but the least we can do, the closest we can. Yeah, pretty much that's about it. I have touched all three exercises, okay? So, a recap, quick recap, alright? So, first one is you do a bicep curl, right? Second one is you're going to do some sort of tricep, all the way up, all the way down, okay? And number three, you show you just now, you do the forearm one. So just a quick video of the forearm. So the forearm is going to put your arms in front, all the way up, all the way down. Not sure you can see or not. So from this angle, right, all the way up, all the way up, all the way down, just like this. Drop, release, drop, release. So you just train the forearm. Then pretty much done. Okay, so if I give you a few tips, number one, full range of motion. That means don't cut short your reps. Number two is to control everything you control. Up you control, down you control. That is how you grow muscle, right? To forget about those 1-2 palms or whatever, those kind of funny things. Though it works, but you stick to the basics. the basics will serve you very well, right? That is why doing all this kind of program is usually has results, but it's very boring. A good program is very, very boring. So boring to the extent it looks like a lazy program, right? But believe it or not, while people are chasing some funny stuff, they are chasing for results. That's how you get results. Okay, so to get big arms, to train the arms again, all the way up, all the way down, control, full range of motion. Number 3 is you want to progress. So this is where I share with you how you want to progress. Okay, now ultimately you can add weight, but if you cannot add weight, cannot as in the sense that number 1, you don't have any more item to add weight. Number 2, you add the weight. Let's say you manage to add another extra 2 kilos, but you just feel heavy. You no longer feel that the arm pump, so to speak. We use bicep for example. So imagine you do, let's say you do for 4 kilos. You take 6 kilos, you go up, it just feel heavy. You start to feel like you're moving. You're no longer training the muscle. So what can you do? It's actually very simple. So I will use this as an example. So I use this as 4 kilos, right? So you do 4 kilos, you do, let's say you can do this for 10. But when you take 6 kilos, you cannot do for 10. When you do rep 5, you just start to use a lot of body swinging and stuff, so it's not advisable. So stick to the 4, go to 10. Next week you try, next session you try aim 15, then aim 20. Again, these are not hard numbers, you can go somewhere in between. 8, you do 8 first, you try to go and control. Once you have done with the 8, then you try again. Okay, so this last week example, I do for 4 kilos for 20 reps example. So the next week what you do, you want to try 6 kilo. Alright, go. You take 6 kilo, but you don't do 20. You just do 8 first. If it's easy, good. Stay there. Don't have to add first. If it's still very tough, I suggest you take the 6 kilo back and maybe go higher, 20, go up to 30 and so on. If you start to, but if you do it, no problem. You do 8, you find 8, 6 kilo for 8 reps, no problem. Good. Then next week you can aim at 10. They go 12, 15, 20, whatever you prefer. So the idea is just keep rotating and rotating and rotating. Try to improve the reps first, then only improve the weight. Don't just straight away, alright, add weight. It doesn't work like that one, right? Even if it does, it will work in the short run. In the long run, you will find a lot of stalling. You're not going to grow your muscles, and then you're going to think that, oh, I've reached my limit. Whereas actually there's not a limit. It's more like a mistake, right? Now making mistakes is fine, but make sure you learn from it, right? If you don't learn from mistake, it's wasted opportunity. So same, so all the way up, all the way down, pretty much the same. Okay, same goes for tricep, right? Let's say you do for 10 kilos, right? You do for 10 kilos, no problem. But you do 12, it just get hard, right? These kind of small things like arms, wrists, you're not going to add a lot of weight, to be very honest. Okay. So if let's say you do 10 kilo cannot work, 12 kilo cannot work, 10 kilo can, take 10 kilo, go to the maximum until you can, go to 12. A good rule of thumb, next time when you try a new weight, half the reps. So example, let's use today. Today I do, just now the tricep one, right? I press over. I do it for, let's say, 10 kilos for 20 reps. Next week, a good rule of thumb is, you do 12 kilo, but you do 10 reps. If it's easy, it's okay. More power to you. So you do 10, following the session, do 12, 14, 16, 18, and then that's it. That's how you progress, okay? In a nutshell, part of, if you train with me, we always train for, what is that called? We always suggest you progress over time. We call it progressive overload, and that's how you get results, okay? Logic dictates, if you do the same thing over and over again, you're going to get the same results over and over again. It's that simple. With that being said, don't try to attempt to do drastic changes, just slowly increase from there, right? I've seen people in the gym, they bicep curl, they will move, the swing all around, and then they wonder why their arms are smaller than, just small and never grows. It's not because of genetics, I can assure you it's because of the technique. You don't master the basic technique, keyword master basic. You don't master the basic techniques properly, you won't go very far, okay? So I guess that's it, done for this episode. So I hope this episode finds you well. Again, I would recommend you turn off the news. Once you know the news, just turn off the news. The numbers keep going up, but it's okay. Just make sure you get vaccinated, play your part, stay at home. wear a mask if you need to, go out, just follow those things and follow what the authority has to say. Most important is you stay fit and you stay healthy. And I guess that's it. Alright, so thank you for training with me to work out at home, training the arms, the forearms, and the tricep, bicep as well. So I guess I'll catch you on next week. Alright, so next week we're going to touch about. So next week I haven't think of the idea. So if you've got any suggestion that you want to put out, you can let me know. And I'll catch you on next week. Alright, but next week, as usual, we're going to talk about one on the diet end, and we're going to talk one about the exercise. For exercise end, I'm going to talk about the legs. Alright, so everyone train the upper body, but today I train the legs as well. So I'm going to show you next week how to train the legs, the hamstring, and the quads, also known as the thighs, and a bit of the butt as well. So I'm going to show you how to do. And till then, you guys stay safe. Always remember, you can always work out from home. So till then, you guys stay safe and have a good day. Bye bye.